morning, Pastor Steve here. Hey, just some thoughts from different devotionals here. Proverbs chapter 6 here, verse 6 says, "Go to the ant, you sluggard. Consider her ways and be wise, which having no captain, overseer, or ruler, provides her supplies in the summer and gathers her food in the harvest. How long will you slumber, O sluggard? When will you rise from your sleep? A little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So shall your poverty come on you like a prowler, and your need like an armed man." Sloth is one of the so-called 7 deadly sins. You know, a lazy person is really of no great use to any endeavor. Now, I'm not talking about people who have fatigue issues, that happens, or physical limitations, but about people who just can't be bothered to get out of their own way. Laziness ends up having a bad effect on many aspects of life. It can only be combated by forward planning and looking ahead to the future and work. The story goes, there was once a little bird who was very nice, but very, very lazy. Every day when it was time to get up, they had to shout at him again and again before he'd finally struggle out of bed. And when there was some job that had to be done, he would keep putting it off until there was not enough time left to do it. Other birds kept telling him, "What a lazy bird you are. You can't just keep leaving everything to the last minute." "Well, there's really no problem," said the little bird. "I just take a bit longer to get around to doing things, that's all." Well, the birds spent all summer flying and playing, and when autumn came and you could start feeling the cold, they began to prepare for their long journey to a warmer climate. But our little bird, lazy as ever, kept putting off, feeling quite sure there would be plenty of time to prepare for the journey. That wasn't until one day when he woke up and all the other birds were gone. Just like every other day, several of his friends had tried to wake him, but half asleep he told them he'd get up later. He'd gone back to sleep and only woke up again much later. That day was the day of the great journey. Everyone knew the rules. You had to be ready to leave. There were thousands of birds, and they weren't going to wait around for anyone. So the little bird, who didn't know how to make the journey alone, realized that because of his laziness, he'd have to spend a long, cold winter all on his own. Just a story, but with a bit of a sad end. Birds and people can run out of excuses and out of time. This bird spent a cold winter and probably didn't make it. But a lazy person, it says, will come to poverty. Thomas Edison said, "We often miss opportunity because it's dressed in overalls and looks like work." You ponder that, Pastor Steve.